Okay, everybody, welcome back to the third episode of A Link to the Past on Super Nintendo. I don't think I'm going to talk about Breath of the Wild this time through. We could just talk about other Zelda games. As I mentioned in the first episode, my favorite Zelda game was Ocarina of Time. Let me tell you guys how much I love Ocarina of Time. I bought that game on N64, okay? I lost it. I don't know what happened to it. It just disappeared. I think someone stole it. I bought it again on N64, and again, it was missing. It came up missing. I don't know what happened to it. When I got my Wii, I bought it on the Wii Shop channel, and I loved it. And when it came out on the 3DS, I obviously got it on the 3DS. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 times, I think, that I got it, that I bought that game. Bought the game 4 times. For some reason, I can't justify buying it again. Despite, buying Majora's Mask again for a second time after someone stole my copy. Bought that again. I have 2 copies of The Legend of Zelda 2. But one of them is sealed in box. The other one is the original one I had for, 25 years. I know the game's older than that, but I've personally had this one copy for 25 years, as well as the first Zelda and my original Nintendo. I probably should jump down here. Yeah, Ocarina of Time has been my favorite Zelda game. If I had to do like my top 5, it'd be Ocarina of Time. Actually, I can't do a top 5 because I love the other Zeldas so much that I can't say that I like Wind Waker more than I like Majora's Mask, and I can't say I like Majora's Mask more than I like A Link to the Past, and I can't say I like A Link to the Past more than Twilight, and I just love them all equally. It's just that one, for some reason, has always held like a strong part in my heart. Bye, bitch. Oh, come on. Although there was something about Wind Waker that I really enjoyed. I think was the openness of it all. And I could kind of understand why Nintendo decided to make Wind Waker, a game based on the sea. Obviously in Twilight Princess they had everything figured out better. That was at the end of the GameCube's lifespan. So as time goes on, you do get a better understanding of the hardware that you're developing games for. That is a given. With that being said, I feel like Wind Waker, they wanted to make another Zelda game, but they didn't understand the limitations of the console just yet. So they did the best they could, which is make a huge empty void and slowly fill it in with different islands, different towers, things like that. And that's how they're able to fit such a huge game onto such a small disc. And I'm just rambling right now. But I do love Wind Waker, mainly because it's you do feel like you're on an adventure, like you're on a journey. And I have a few friends that don't like it when I say this, but in the same regards, honoring what a name is supposed to be or what the feeling is supposed to be, I'm going to relate this to Star Trek. Okay? Star Trek The Next Generation is my favorite. I know it's a lot of people's favorites. Mine too. No big shock. With that being said, I like Deep Space Nine. I thought it was really good. I loved watching it. I loved watching Captain Sisko beat the shit out of Q. If you guys remember that episode, there was a boxing match between Q and Captain Sisko, my father. And Sisko punched him right in his smug little face. It's hilarious. Yeah, I got the bow. But I also really liked Star Trek Voyager. Now, a lot of my friends that also enjoy Star Trek, they don't understand why I say I like Star Trek Voyager. Well, I'm thinking about it at the name. Yes, it does break a lot of the canon that Star Trek has set up over the years. Like there's one episode where they say faster than light, no left or right. But in Star Trek The Next Generation, like the second, somewhere in the first season, pretty sure it was like the first or second episode, they're going warp speed, and they turn. This was set up in the 80s, you know? So, yeah, Voyager does break canon, but it stays true to one thing. And that one thing is the name. Star Trek. Oh, God damn it, motherfucker. Basically, what I like about it is... Oh shit, I'm gonna die. I should stop. There we go. One thing I like about it is the title Star Trek means, or what Trek means is basically you're on a journey, a voyage, an adventure, yada yada. They are thrown, I can't remember how far across the galaxy, but they are on a trek to get back home. And that's one thing I liked about it is it stood out so much from the other series, just as well as Deep Space Nine. That stood out too, because instead of being in a spaceship, they were on a space station. They stayed stationary next to a black hole. But Voyager, they didn't have contact with anyone else. They found new species, yada yada, new races. But don't kill me, bro. But the thing is, they were on a journey back home. God! See, this is what happens when you talk and try to play games. You end up sucking. I never die playing this game. I will own up to it. Don't put me... Oh my god. So, I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. What I mean, I feel like Wind Waker is closer to the core of Zelda than people want to let on. And I know it took years before people actually started liking it. I liked it from the get-go, and I love the cell shading too. I felt the cell shading only intensified the battle with Ganondorf even more so. It was just a beautiful game. Alright. And I still got some time left. I'm doing really bad. I get to keep this. Nope. This isn't jump rope, stop it. I really want to play an RPG. I think for my next test run, I'm gonna grab one of the other guys that's in this in this endeavor. I think we're gonna play Mario RPG. He said he's never played it. I need to introduce it to him. Ooh, fire. Fire. So I'm gonna get to... Oh god. I'm gonna get to where I died. And then call the episode good from there. But Mario RPG, that was another game from my childhood that I really enjoy. And I have a funny story about that too, which I will tell on the next episode of Dare to Fail Gaming or Dare to Fail Gaming Edition, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past on Super Nintendo. Oh god. Alright, see you guys on the next episode. Bye!